How's it going out there, everybody? As always, I am the Wolf Knight, and welcome back to some more Apex Legends. Today, we are doing Pathfinder things, and why are we doing Pathfinder things? Well, not long ago, we managed to successfully hit the 8,000 kill mark. So I decided, a little while ago when we were like at 79 or so, decided to, once we hit the 10k kill mark with Path, I will decide to do my first ever YouTube live stream. So I will be doing to try to figure how that works. And so yeah, please be sure to join me for that. As for this video, I want to see it hit at least 20 views and 5 likes. So if you can help out with that, that'd be great. But you could probably guess what weapon we will be primarily running by the name of this video. Yes, it is the good old bocek. And why are we using the bocek? Well, I don't really use this weapon. It is probably like my least used weapon of the whole game. I've used every weapon pretty much effectively, but I have never had a good bocek game. And that's precisely what we're going to do. Because, well, gold bocek. That's why. So we decided to drop the beak for the bow. Now we'll quickly head over to the docks real quick, gather some crafting materials, and craft us some more ammo for our bow because we didn't find much, as well as craft up our Evo shield to purple. Then we head to Power Grid next to Fight Night, and we stop to quickly scan the beacon to reveal the next map and instantly get our ultimate ready. Then we start to proceed on towards Energy Depot. Noticing something unusual just ahead of me, I pull out the bow and decide to see what's going on. Noticing it's a Path and a Fuse, noticing his friend has DC'd, I contemplate, should I let them live? But you know how it goes. If it was you in this situation, and it was another team running up on you in this situation, you know they'd probably have no mercy as well. So, following that suit, I decide to do the same thing. The Path, the Octane wanting to try to make friends, we decide to ignore it because, you know, don't want to be seen as teaming. We decide to show no mercy. Over at Energy Depot, we have enemies fighting just ahead of us, so we set up our zip to get to some relatively high ground. And then we play enemies with this rock, where we keep sliding. Pulling out the bow to put it to some more work. We proceed to try to maybe yoink a kill. But, nope. Quickly trying to put the thirst on this. Now you want to pay attention to this Valkyrie and her teammate. Why? Because basically this whole match, I am fighting this team. As you see, we're having a problem just slip sliding all around on this stupid rock. I swear rocks in this game are so slippery. Quickly popping a shield battery. We pull out the Spitfire, but we decide to quickly switch back to the bow. Because I want to try to get in as much practice as I can with this weapon, because like I said, I don't use it. Getting extremely low on shields and stunned. Decide to use my zip to fall back and heal up. Watching my zip line just in case the Valkyrie or the Path deciding to push me. I wait for a second. As soon as I see it swap down to 2 more enemy teams, we decide to proceed back up to where we were. Seeing the Valk and the Path still there, let's explore this one. I pull out the bow, once again start plinking. Now this is actually, I think, the most damage I've ever managed to secure with Path. Now I've had games where I've secured a whole bunch more damage. Seeing them Valk hold away, I pull out the Spitfire and try to hit them as much as I could, only managing to plink them for a few bits of damage. But we take this opportunity to quickly come and loot up all these just juicy loot boxes, picking up any arrows, and picking up just as many bats as we can. Swapping out the 1 to 2 for a good old bruiser. Because, don't get me wrong, the 1 to 2 is good, but like you, I like how you prefer it. I definitely prefer the bruiser. It just feels so much better. Seeing as here, we managed to pop his shields. Getting scammed by a bloodhound thinking he's inside. Nope, he was actually on the roof. Quickly using our grapple to get away to the Newcastle ult, we perform a quick shield swap. Hiding, using the Newcastle ult for a little cover, we quickly pop a syringe, giving a nice wide little swing to get on top of the roof of this place. See enemies just ahead of us. Now, because we're in a bad position, instead of fighting, we use our grapple to quickly run. Getting fired upon by the Path and Valkyrie, instead of turning around to try to put in some shots, we decide to just keep on moving it while popping a med kit. Climb up on this rock to see if we can see the enemies. Not seeing anything. We see the Valk's missiles fire from down there, and we see up the enemy team also is a fellow bocek user. So good on you, man. Not many people run the bocek, and if you're one too, then hey, I give a clap to you. But you know, because I'm not that good at long range fights, I'm usually, when I try to fight somebody who has a long range weapon like me, like the bow or a sniper or whatnot, I usually tend to be on the losing side. So when I see somebody has a ranged weapon like that as well, I kind of tend to steer near away from them, because I usually am not going to win that fight. Seeing the Valk and Path once again, I put the bocek back to work on them. Now I swear, this Valk and Path are to be like, Jesus, both these teams have got bows on them. So they must be frustrated with the amount of arrows that's getting stuck into them. At this point, they gotta look like a whoopee cushion, or a pin cushion. I meant whoopee cushion. Why would they look like a whoopee cushion? Yeah, they look like an old school toy that makes you fart. So we decide to use our ult to quickly get some high ground. Seeing that there's another zip over there, and the Falcon Path doing the exact same thing except on the opposite side. Close the gap, and we pull out the Spitfire. Putting in some damage into the Valk, she quickly falls back, and we drop down. Now trying to keep an eye out for the enemy team as well to make sure they don't try to roll up on me. Once again, like I said, pulling out the bow. Now if you notice, I do lag at certain times in this game. I did have some little lag problems with this. So I was surprised I was able to do so well in this despite the lag I was experiencing. The Valk quickly deploying her missiles. And that manages to hit me, I don't know how. We put in some good damage on the Path. Ooh! Having an arc star land literally, like, almost in our face. We see an enemy bloodhound. And we quickly proceed to yoink the kill. Gotta feel bad for him. Now, we don't push. Now, I decide not to push over there. I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm talking like it's me and Path. It's like it's a team effort between me and Pathfinder, when it's actually just me. I don't push forward because I know that the Path and Valkyrie are still over there, and they will just thirst my kill. So thank you guys for that. Once again, getting under fire from the enemy, we quickly pull out the bocek, and we both try to work off a nasty little head glitch. Waiting to see if they pop their heads back up. Yep, after they chuck a sky nade. managing to plink the Valkyrie for a nice headshot. Pop a shield battery, and then we start to contemplate our next move, which is setting up my ult to get into zone. Now, being mindful that there is the solo, we see the respawn beacon being deployed, so that means we know where the other enemy team is. Watching the beacon to see where the enemy is, being mindful of the path and Valkyrie if they're still up there. We see them start firing upon this little solo dolo. Putting the bow back to work on the Valkyrie, and Path managing to hit him for some good damage. Proceed to pull out the Spitfire. Not managing to connect that well with some Spitfire rounds. Seeming like our bullets are falling like literally just like a step behind. The Valkyrie and the Pathfinder split for some reason. Now this is generally a bad idea. Only with 4 shots left in our Spitfire, we wasted an opportunity to probably put some good damage in on that Path. We pull back out the bow. Quickly grappling back up here to the high ground. We see the Valk over there behind those boxes, and we see our Path friend decide to join her. We start taking a lot of good damage against, so we quickly fall back and pop his shield battery. Still getting fired upon. We managed to successfully get it off. Putting some damage into the Valk, and then the Path jumped down. Pulling out the bow. Whew, we managed to cap the Path. But we're once again incredibly low on life. Sliding down the hill to try to get an angle on the Path and Valk so that they can pull off a res, either self or the Valkyrie resing the Path. The Valkyrie decides to actually start running away. Now, we're starting to run out of Spitfire ammo at this point. Keep in mind that we're basically down to like 2 mags. Putting in a little bit of damage onto the Valk. This quickly becomes a close range fight. We pull out the bow and shatter caps and proceed to score a headshot. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first ever bocek win. Just showing off the massive fire rate of just quickly spam firing the bocek. So we managed to score our first bocek win. So thank y'all for joining me for this. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all for the next one. Goodbye.